Hello everyone. Again I am here in front of you all with my new video on demand analysis. This is my lecture number 2 on demand analysis. So first of all, I'd like to request my dear students to go through my previous video if you have not watched it till now. So if you do like that, then it will be helpful for you to understand my present lecture. As I have already explained about the meaning and basic concepts of demand in my previous video, today I am just proceeding for the second stage, that is the types of demand. So let's start with it. Today, before starting the types of demand, I'd like to just give you a brief illustration of demand. What is demand? So, demand refers to the total quantity of a commodity that a consumer is willing and able to purchase at its current price during a given period of time. I hope that all of you can remember it, recall it, as you have already watched it in my previous video, and I have already explained it in a very nice way. I hope that that part is completely clear to you. So today, let's talk about demand or the types of demand. So basically, there are 7 types of demand as shown in this slide. As we can see here that there are 7 types of demand. Can you imagine it? See, direct demand. In the previous class, we talked about the very basic types of demand, that is market demand and individual demand. But along with that, we have lots of things to be studied. So, first thing is direct demand. The main categories are direct demand, indirect demand or derived demand, then joint or complementary demand, then composite demand, then competitive demand, and individual demand and market demand. These 2 things we have already studied, but today we need to focus on all these 5 types. Now, if we study this in a comparative way, or if we make a comparative analysis of all these 7 categories, then I hope that all of you will be able to understand it in a better way. So I have prepared a comparison chart combining all these 7 categories. So before going into those slides, I just like to give a brief illustration of all these 7 categories. First is direct demand. What is direct demand? See, the term itself suggests what is direct, the term direct. It means that it can directly satisfy our wants, right? It is directly associated with the demand for a particular product is directly associated with its capability to satisfy our wants. Is it? That is what explained under direct demand. For example, as a consumer, suppose think yourself as a consumer, and at present suppose you are feeling very much hungry. So what you would like to consume? Suppose bread and butter you want to consume to satisfy your hungriness. And for doing that, you need to go to the market and directly purchase it. Suppose you went to the market and purchase it. After purchasing that, you will be able to consume it directly, right? And it can directly satisfy your wants. Or in other words, it can be considered as direct demand refers to the demand for those commodities which can directly meet your demands at the present situation. Alright, that is direct demand. Then come to the second, that is indirect demand or derived demand. Indirect. In the previous case, we talked about direct demand, right? Here in this case, we are going to talk about indirect demand, reverse of the previous one. Here, in case of indirect demand, it cannot directly satisfy our wants because this demand is not associated with our finished goods supplied into the market. So this is known as indirect demand, and as it is indirect demand, therefore it is also considered as the direct demand. Understood? I'll explain it in a better way when we proceed for the next slide. Then come to the third one, that is joint or complementary demand. See, complementary. Complementary means which go together. Is it? Which can complement with each other, which can be complemented. Right? For example, car and petrol means the commodities which can be consumed together only. Without having one commodity, we cannot go for consumption of the second one. Therefore, this demand is also known as joint demand. Alright. Then come to the fourth one, that is composite demand. Composite demand, composite term means more than one, right? So, composite demand means the demand for those commodities which can satisfy our needs for more than once, means which can be used for more than one purpose. For example, electricity. Electricity can satisfy our many needs, right? Similarly, if you take the example of milk, suppose. Milk can be used for direct consumption also. Again, it can be used for like production of butter, then cheese, right? So, the demand for milk is considered as composite demand. Then come to competitive demand. Competitive means the commodities, the demand for those commodities or the commodities which are in competition. It is possible only in case of substitute goods, which can be substituted, the commodities which can be substituted for one another is known as competitive demand, or it is associated with the substitute goods. Alright. Then individual demand. As I already explained in the previous class, but still I am just giving you a brush up of it. Individual demand refers to the demand of each individual, like your demand, my demand. Everyone is having different types of demands for different commodities, right? That is known as individual demand. Then come to market demand. It is like the total demand of a particular product in the market. Like your demand for, suppose, classmate copy. As a student, you use classmates copies, right? So your demand for classmate copy, each and everyone's demand for classmate copy, if you add it together, then you can obtain market demand. I hope that you have understood a bit of each and every type of demand. So let's proceed to the comparison chart. When you see this comparison chart, then you'll be able to understand it in a better way. So in this comparison chart, first I have prepared for direct demand. See, in case of direct demand, see the definition. In terms of meaning and examples, I have prepared this comparison chart. Okay, students? I hope that it will be able to make you clear about all the concepts of the types of demand. Alright, so direct demand, see the definition. It refers to the demand for goods meant for final consumption, or the demand for those goods which can directly satisfy our needs. Just I have given the example of bread and butter when you are very, very hungry. Right? So that type of demand, or the demand which is demand for goods which is associated to final goods, means final goods are those goods which can directly satisfy our wants. So the demand for final goods is known as direct demand. For example, food items, ready-made garments, etc. This is direct demand. Then come to the second one, that is Derived demand or indirect demand? See, derived demand is that type of demand which is like related to the demand for other product. We do not have demand for those products immediately. Okay, for example, in the production process, suppose you want to produce something. For producing something, you must have to have a setup, right? For example, you need land, then you need laborers, then you need capital and organization. All these are the 4 factors of production. Okay, students? So with the help of these 4 factors of production, you can produce something. For example, you suppose want to produce corn flour. For producing corn flour, you must have to get that set up or not. And for getting that set up, you must have to get that land first. After that, for production activities, you need both capital, that is tools and technologies, and that money. Huge amount of money you require. Then for inculcating all these things, you need laborers, okay, and organization. See, when the demand for corn flour increases, you must have to increase your setup, enlarge your setup, and for doing that you must have to increase your factors of production, which means when the demand for corn flour increases, your demand for, as a producer, your demand for factors of production will also increase. Similarly, for producing corn flour, you need corn, right, as raw material. So to produce more amount of corn flour, you need to have more units of corn. So that is, the demand for corn is considered as indirect demand or derived demand. Clear, students? I hope that it is clear now. After that, joint demand. Joint demand, I have just given the example of car and petrol. Right? Car and petrol must have to go together. If the demand for car falls, the demand for petrol also falls, because without car, petrol do not have any demand. Same thing is applicable for car also. So it refers to the demand for those final goods which go together or which can be used only in the presence of the other. Therefore, it is considered as joint demand. Come to the next one, that is composite demand. It refers to the demand for those goods which have more than one use. I have already explained it, that is electricity, which can be used for more than once. Then come to the this is, I think, fifth one. Fifth one is competitive demand. It refers to the demand for the products which can readily be substituted for another. That is tea and coffee, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. These are competitive demands, means it is related to the substituted materials or substitute goods. Then individual demands. These 2 things I have already explained in the previous class. So I just suggest you to go through my previous video as well for understanding it in a better way. It is basically individual's demand, like your demand, my demand for a particular product. See the example, A's demand for tea, B's demand for rice, etc. So this individualistic demand is known as individual demand. Then last one is market demand. That is the aggregated thing. Sum total of individual demand for a particular product is the market demand. Aggregate demand of all individuals for a particular commodity at various possible prices. It is the individual demand. Market demand. So this is all for today. I hope that all of you have understood. So that's all for today's class. I hope now all of you are quite clear about the various types of demand. If you like my video, please subscribe, like and comment on it. It will be just a token of encouragement for me to prepare more videos